Thank you, Dr. Bob. We just had the guys backstage showing my name. I didn't hear you guys, but we'll table that. My name's Diana, and Mom, I'm really sorry for that earlier. It's what I've been dealing with for the last month. So, as you can expect, the only girl in this comedy class has been kind of rough. But I do have a nice little abode back in Potomac I can relax in. It's a certified mansion, huge, big pool, theater you can watch movies in, big screen. I do have, one tiny little qualm about it. It's I have roommates. They do share my DNA. Yeah, and this is this is their latest investment. My comedy skills. So I try not to disappoint. But I was in a sorority in college at SMU, and for those of you that don't know, SMU's in Dallas, so the South kind of takes nice Dallas fan. The South kind of takes sororities really seriously over there. Woo! So they have a couple qualifications for being a sorority. One is that you have to be blonde. That is it. We could make some exceptions. For example, Kate Middleton comes out and tries to, be in our sorority, sure, if she dyes her hair blonde. But we do have like a long list of pretty regal alumni. Like George Bush's wife was one of our sisters. Barack Obama's wife didn't make the cut. It's not the race thing. It's not about race, but when she came in with the blonde hair, we were just like, trying a little too hard. But, at SMU, girls normally take their MRS degree, their misses. So naturally, I swung to film major. So it basically means I saw about 2 or 3 more movies than you. But I have a really intelligent set of friends, and everyone knows like these specific little pockets of like music or art, history, and when we're in a conversation, we'll come to it, and finally we'll get to film, and I'm like, yes, this is my time. And they're like, oh, what'd you think of The Artist? Raise your hand. How many people here saw The Artist? 1, 2. All right, so 5%. I didn't see it. I saw enough black and white movies in film school, but I can't sit there and say that because that's my only thing. So I'm like, yeah, no, the cinematography was super evolutionary. Definitely something you could say about any film. So, but they're like, yeah, cinematography's a big word. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's quite a good one. No, but, after I graduated from college, I moved back here, and I'm still living at home. So, being single in DC is kind of hard. First of all, cabs won't take you to Potomac. You don't even try. They treat that place like it spawned the Blair Witch. You get in a cab, they're like, where are you going? I'm like, no, just drive. They're like, ma'am, I need a destination. I'm like, to Potomac. They're like, get the hell out of my car. I'm like, all right. 2 is that most of the guys here in DC that are single, kind of big bozos. big, jabronis, if I may. If we get past the bar part, or, if we meet through mutual people, and we gotta go to your place, we can't go to mine, cabs just won't allow it. There's a couple things right away, red flags. You walk in and there's posters on the wall. I just feel like after college, maybe frame them. or throw them away. You know, just clean it up. You know, especially Lethal Weapon posters. After Mel Gibson's whole meltdown, and you know, the 90s, to let that one go. Porn magazines, openly on display. I thought after the internet, people kind of just used that. I walked in and seen these porn magazines from like '98. I'm like, just throw that out. Like, oh, gross. No, but if they leave me alone, and they do, to go fix the nice fancy cocktail, I go through all of their things. You know, and the first thing is their TiVo. And, you know, I'm going through it, and there's very few acceptable things, really. You know, anything on AMC is fine, I guess. Anything, you know, NFL or sports, you know, preferably not Foxy Boxing, but, you know, sport, whatever. But when we get down to it, and I start seeing things like Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelorette, I'm just like, ugh. Oh man, this is weird. No, but I actually got the list of what not to watch from my dad. He is a really big Bravo fan. He was one of the first fanatics of Project Runway before they moved into the new channel. So yeah, he watches it without my mom. She'll like go to bed. She'll watch some like Bond flick or something. He's like, I'm just gonna stay here. See you later. I'm like, oh God, Dad, that's really gay. He's like, oh my God, I know. I'm so gay. Like, I'm like, oh, but you know, but are you though? Maybe. Think about it. That's funny. He asks me the same thing all the time. Like, never bring guys home, so he's like, no, but really though, are you gay? Because this whole, are you? I'm like, no, one day I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, sure. I try to have a conversation with my mom. I'm like, hey, Mom, can I talk to you for a second? My dad's like, this is about you being gay. Really? No. Yeah, but I was at a guy's house the other night. When I say the other night, I mean probably 4 months ago. Easily 4 months ago. And, you know, we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, my mouth is really dry. Can I get a glass of water or something? He's like, no problem. You know, comes back with a thing of Pellegrino. I'm like, oh, no, I don't need any of that sparkling stuff, just a regular glass of water. He's like, oh, no, this is all I have. I'm like, wait, tap doesn't work? Is there like a well around here that you can get some water out of? Really, that's, you know, I guess just a me thing. Pellegrino is just a huge turnoff. But, let me take a look at these note cards here. Yes, our teacher, Brad Trackman, who did not show up today. But let me give you a little Brad Trackman tip, which is something I'm pretty sure he's trying to get that copyrighted. He says it a lot. Keeps on saying, you know, try to make up a sitcom character you could possibly be. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, who could I be? Who would my sitcom character be? And I keep on coming back to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but a girl. You know, I got the whole family, you know, Bel-Air, Potomac. My sister practically is Carlton. You know, so I feel like I got that down. I got the kicks, boombox we even have downstairs. Hasn't worked since '95, but just a prop, you know. But it really takes me to this whole, you know, thinking I'm a unique persona. I'm like, oh, you know, I started thinking about it a lot. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty out there, pretty unique and different, and I used to value that, like authenticity about myself, until a friend lent me a book called Stuff White People Like. And as I'm going through the pages, I'm actually counting, there's like 300 different topics, and I'm like, 169 out of 300? What? I'm like, I'm just like every other jackass hipster out on the street. And the worst part is, I couldn't simply, you know, observe this. I had to read it in a book. So